And we're back, guys. Welcome to the fastest minute in tennis. As Coco says, RIP to TikTok. Whoa. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Early on in the match against Belinda, Jordan fist pumps all over the place as she would break Coco multiple times in the first set, and she would take it outright as a 5-1 underdog. But then it's got to be the shoes. Is it the shoes? It's got to be the shoes. The second set, like night and day, Coco found her mojo, standing on business, and everything went in. That's right, guys. Did you see this shot here? You didn't see it? No? Okay, well, that's why you're here, guys. I'll give you the rundown every day. Coco hit a falling forehand. That's right. She sat herself down, and it fell in, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Local for Coco. She would come back, get the win, and she makes yet another quarterfinal here in Australia, joining the greats. That's right, guys. One of 5 ladies, including Serena Williams, to start multiple seasons off with a 9-match win streak. Listen, guys, she's won 11 in a row going back to last year. And in fact, if we go back to the 24 season, Coco has won 22 out of her last 24 matches. She is hot, red hot. The UTR rankings, she's my number 1 ranked player in the world. Listen, guys, she is the best player in the world. I don't care about rankings. And remember a year ago, they were talking about this big 3 conversation. I posted a short. Go watch the short from Cancun. Yeah, there's no big 3. It's big me. It's called Coco. Yeah, the second and third set, the facial expression on Belinda says it all, ladies and gentlemen. When it all falls down. Kanye West said it best. Coco, guys, would get the job done in 3. Hey, doesn't matter if it takes 2 or 3, as long as you get the job done. 8 aces from Coco, 9 double faults. And this is what I want you guys to understand. Coco gave Belinda 2 free service games in this match, and she still won. Now, the first set, she lost 7-5, right? The second set, she won 6-2, and then a breadstick in the third set. Coco would outpoint Belinda. After losing 2 service games in the first set, 7-5, she would still, or should I say, she lost by 2 service games in the first set, right? I'll clarify that. She still would outpoint Belinda by 9 service games in the second and third sets. That's crazy. Adding 9 double faults, right? Giving her 2 free service games. She still won 7 more service games than Belinda. Am I missing something here? She lost a set, gave away 2 free service games in mistakes, and still won 7 more service games than Belinda. Do you guys know what that means? That means she's pretty darn good, ladies and gentlemen. What's next up for her? She's going to just let that sink in. She gave away 2 free service games. She lost the first set by 2 service games and still outpointed Belinda by 7 service games. It's the best defender on planet Earth, guys. Who's next for her? She's going to take on Paula Badosa. Vanos! Now, Paula Badosa found her mojo, ladies and gentlemen. She looked really good. But then again, listen, when you're playing someone that's ranked 55th on the world tour, it's easy to style and profile and look good. But I'm going to give you fair criticism of Paula Badosa. She looked good, guys. She looked really good. Powerful forehand. And this is the difference between, as we know, Coco's going to face Badosa next. That head-to-head is 3-3. Coco's won the last 2 meetings, though, right? So that's in Paula Badosa, Caroline Garcia. These were 2 ladies, Zachary. These were 2 ladies inside the top 10 that at one point were the only ones. Well, actually, Coco owned the head-to-head against Garcia early. So Badosa and Zachary were 2 ladies in the top 10 that owned, besides Iga, that owned the head-to-head. Everyone else, Coco was just dominating, right? She owned the head-to-head against Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina. She owned the head-to-head against Ons. And this is a matchup here where the tide's turning, right? You see the development with Coco. The difference between Paula Badosa and someone like Belinda Bencic is Paula Badosa's forehand Belinda was setting up the forehand, right? So she was playing like a cat and mouse type of style, attacking the corner, making Coco get over the high portion of the net. Paula Badosa will do that, but she's going to mix in winners with that forehand, right? Where she's just going deep corner, touching the line, making it impossible to return. Of the two ladies, I think Badosa has the better forehand. And I think that's going to be the difference between, maybe Coco winning by like 7 service games over Belinda and then just having maybe a tight 2 or 3 set match. Where if you take a look at Badosa, the last 2 matches they've played have gone 3 sets, right? So Badosa is probably going to take a little bit more game planning, a little bit more adjusting because it's going to be a lot more power, right? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that Badosa overall is a stronger, more aggressive ball striker than Belinda. I don't necessarily think so, but I do think when it comes to the forehand and attacking winners, she's more aggressive, which also means she makes more mistakes. So that's really the difference. Belinda doesn't really make a lot of mistakes, right? And that's the difference why I think that a matchup between Coco and Sabalenka versus Belinda is it's more comfortable, I think, for Coco to play Sabalenka because Sabalenka is going to make a lot of double faults. She's going to make a lot of mistakes. She takes risks, right? She's very high risk, high reward type of player, while Belinda, more calculated, she'll construct the point. She doesn't really make a lot of mistakes, But nonetheless, back to Badosa, guys. She played solid. She won 82% of her first serve. She won 50% of Olga's, for the most part, first and second serves for most of the match. She had 8 opportunities to break Olga. And again, I think Olga, look, she had a nice run. She made $900,000, but 21 winners to 16. Paula Badosa played very, very well, and she ended the match well. The second set did go to a tiebreak. Now, I don't necessarily think that if Coco played Olga, she would be going to a tiebreak with Olga. I think Coco would probably take care of that in 2 easy sets as long as she comes out playing how she should. But I do think that's just a testament to how well Olga's played this tournament. And she beat Jessica Pegula, but again, Pegula's complaining about the courts. Someone that's not really complaining about the courts is Paula Badosa. She's back in the winning column. It took a couple of years for her to get back, and that's the same with Osaka. It's going to take a couple of years, and I just hope Osaka gets healthy because we want to see her in prime form. Donna Vekic does what Donna Vekic does, as long as she's not tired, ladies and gentlemen. Watching this match, I'm glad the announcers pointed out what I said would happen. Yeah, Donna was very fatigued, and I knew that would be the case. The underdog, Anastasia, who owned the head-to-head, would win this match. The first set was a complete blowout, but Donna did show signs of her net play improving. She did chase down a few short balls, but 10 aces from Anastasia. 10 aces. She won 72% of her first serve. She won 56% of Donna's second serves while winning 34% of her first serves. And the break points, guys, she really got the job done here. She was very consistent, just pressuring Donna all match long. 3 for 6 on break points. Donna had 5 opportunities to break Anastasia, but she could not convert on any of them. That's a difference maker. That's how a first set can be a runaway train here. And that's really how in the second set, in the first set tiebreak, it was just a complete blowout. And that's how the second set could be a runaway train here. She was just exhausted by the time the second set came on, and Anastasia, Jordan fist pump. What about Arena Sabalenka? Hits hard. She scares me, guys. Mira Andreeva. Yeah, look, Sabalenka should beat Mira. We all know that. But Sabalenka, no one's really talking about this guy. She's on an 18-match win streak here at the Australian Open. 18 matches in a row. Now, I told you her first title against Elena Rybakina in the championship, I told you she would win that, right? She was my pick to win that. But 18 matches in a row. Who's going to beat her, right? Is it going to be Anastasia? Now, listen, I thought Mira, if she played well, could have a chance. But the head-to-head is lopsided, right? Now it's, 5-1. Sabalenka has owned Mira. She's dominated her. I realize that. I understand that. But for Coco to win this title, someone's going to have to take out the defending champion, right? Why not Mira? Sabalenka, 3 aces in the match. She won 78% of her first serves, saved all 3 breakpoint opportunities that Mira had while converting 4 for 7 on breakpoint opportunities. 15 winners to 10. She won all of the net points, but look, that's not going to happen against Coco. She won the first set in 24 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 18-match win streak here in Australia. No one's really talking about it. Sabalenka's been very consistent. You have to say she's the queen of hard court tennis right now, and Coco's second. But listen, guys, this is going to set up a showdown, in my opinion, between Coco and Sabalenka. And again, I think Coco's going to win that matchup. Beautiful hug for the ladies at the net. Let's just take a quick look at the matchups coming up, guys. So we have Anastasia taking on Sabalenka. Now, Anastasia owns the head-to-head. That's right, guys. She actually owns the head-to-head. Last time they played was a few years ago at the French Open, where Anastasia made the final. I mean, she was literally we're talking like 16 years on tour without making a slam final. She finally did it. Congratulations. But I told you Barbora will win that match, becoming the 21 French Open champion, as Iga was unable to defend her title. Now, Anastasia beat Sabalenka in that match. If you watch Anastasia play, you watch Sabalenka play, I think Anastasia is playing much better tennis. I think she's striking the ball well. I think she's defending the short balls well. I think she's moving well. That's always been my issue with Anastasia, whether or not she's in her best form or condition, is how she moves. She's moving very well. And in fact, I'm going to take her to upset Sabalenka. Yeah. We're going to go back with that upset, and we're going to have Coco Anastasia in a match, and I think Coco's going to beat her, make it to the championship. The other bracket's going to be very interesting. Coco versus Paula Badosa. The head-to-head's 3-3, right? Coco, again, she's won 22 of her last 24 matches. I just think Coco's a tough out for anyone. She's not going to go down without a fight, and I just don't think Paula Badosa is going to have the stamina to win. Again, whether it's 2 long, grueling sets or 3 sets, I don't think Paula Badosa has that type of stamina to go 3 long sets and take Coco. If she's going to beat Coco, she has to do it in 2. She's not beating Coco in 3, but Coco's such a fighter. She's so tough mentally. I just don't think Paula Badosa is just going to have the stamina to keep up with her. She will hit winners. She will hit some razzle-dazzle shots. That's going to be like, whoa. Did you see that forehand down the line? Did you see that cross-court forehand winner? She's gonna hit some winners against Coco. But overall, the defense, I think it's going to wear Badosa down. The hot, grueling sun, it's just going to wear her down. It might benefit Coco to have this match during the daytime versus at night, even though Coco's been playing at night. But overall, I think Coco will reach the semifinal again. Whether she'll play Sabalenka or Anastasia will be determined. But I have Coco winning the Australian Open. I don't see anyone just outpointing her. The other side of the draws are going to get pretty interesting. Madison Keys and Elena were back, and stay tuned. I'm going to predict that match. Ava Liz. Can Ava Liz put up a defensive fight? I'm going to take Ava Liz on the alternate spread, 8.5 games. I think that's too many games, right? She's a defensive player. She can get balls back, like I showed you. Iga's pretty stationary, but again, these courts are moving very slow, very, very slow. They do benefit Iga. So it's limiting the amount of distance she needs to cover, and I think that's also conserving her stamina. But again, once you're playing players like Coco, that's going to push a grueling defensive pace. Doesn't matter. You're going to run out of gas, much like at the United Cup. Iga mentioned she was tired. Of course, Coco made her tired, and I just think that's a difference maker as that matchup goes on, is Coco's stamina. Iga's not going to be able to keep up with Coco's footwork. She's just not. She's aging. I think she's bottom heavy. She's got a lot of upper body strength. We know that. Wim has been working on just more consistent rallies instead of having to overpower opponents constantly. But I just think as time goes on, that matchup, it's going to continue to get one-sided as Coco catches up on that head-to-head. But overall, guys, listen, I think personally, I think this is Coco's tournament to lose. As long as Coco, look, she 9 double faults and she still outpointed Bencic by 7 service games. That's insane. If Coco has a good service game, or should I say, if she has a good service match where she only has a couple double faults, who beats her? No one beats her. That's like I say in the prediction videos. The only one that really beats Coco is herself, right? Very interesting. But that's it, guys. Tennis in a minute. Like the video. Thanks for always showing love. And just really quick, guys. Some of you, I appreciate all the love and support, but some of you kind of just started coming around. Listen, guys, there was just time on the channel here where Coco was just like, I don't know, she just received so much criticism and negative feedback. Why? Because she had so much pressure on her at an early age to outperform Venus, outperform Serena, and just win all these Grand Slams at an early age. But the reality here is, listen, she's made 4 slam finals. She's made 4 slam finals. She's only 20, right? She's got 9 championships. She's had an amazing junior career. She set all these records. Take a look at someone like Belinda, who's 7 years older than her, who also has 9 titles, right? Coco's had an amazing career, but anyone that's ever worked hard at something, it can't be about the work all the time. At some point, you have to congratulate yourself and celebrate and enjoy the moment. It's all about the moment, right? Kobe Bryant said it best. It's not the end result. When you achieve that Grand Slam and you win that trophy, accomplish that goal, you realize it was all about the journey all along, right? The ups and downs, the blood, sweat, and tears. That's what you remember, right? You remember, oh man, just the long nights at the gym. I think Osaka said it best to Coco after she beat her at the U.S. Open. She said, I remember just seeing you working so hard, both of us in the same gym, and it's amazing to see that both of us made it. You worked so hard to get here, and people don't realize that. Listen, guys, Coco said it's an honor to be mentioned in the same category as Serena, right? But she also mentioned this is just a game. There's people out there going through real life situations and circumstances. At the end of the day, she's just grateful and she's thankful to be able to play a game. So, guys, don't take things you're taking things a little too serious here. Coco's very accomplished. She deserves to be congratulated. She deserves to be praised because there's a lot of haters out there that want to come and talk trash about her whenever she fails or loses a match or, has a bad double fault match. Congratulate her and celebrate her. But just some of you guys, you're taking it way too serious, guys, okay? This is tennis news. At the end of the day, this is entertainment. And just like Coco said, that's just a game. This is just a news topic. This is just a story, okay? But when we are celebrating Coco's accomplishments, be happy. There's no reason to be upset, okay? She's on the biggest stage in the world. She's handling that pressure very fine. Coco's not on YouTube listening to YouTube videos or reading comments. She's practicing. She's focusing on her craft. And we're here celebrating her, sending that good energy. The world recognizes all the hard work, all the videos I've put in, all the amazing accomplishments that I've been telling the world about Coco. They're here now. They've arrived. They understand how good she is. So when we celebrate Coco and her accomplishments, there's no reason to be a Debbie Downer in the comment section. No, we've went through that. She's turned the corner. She has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Coco Gauff era, okay? And we saw her struggle. We saw her go through these coaching pains, these growing pains. She's here. She's 20 years old. She's an adult woman, and she is dominating. She's won 22 of her last 24 matches. She's always setting records every time she steps on the court. Celebrate this woman. There's no need to be negative when she does something good and she's in the same breath as Serena. There's no need to be negative about that. It's no secret. It's a news story. She is accomplishing things. She's getting things done and she's standing on business. Congratulate her. I'm your host, Good Energy. And congratulate Sabalenka, guys. 18 straight wins here in Australia. That's amazing. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back.